creative self-expression, healing through myth and story,
fearless girls,
self-discovery, transforming lives, wise women, spotlight on girls.
What messages are little boys receiving when they see men around them treating women violently?
Do girls who constantly watch men hit women grow up thinking that violence in a relationship is acceptable and normal?
Relationship violence has reached epidemic proportions in the nation, in New Jersey, and here in Trenton.
Trenton has decided to take a stand as a united community to prevent relationship violence.
Today's show will identify early intervention that may prevent relationship violence.
Explore how we can work together with family, friends, and as a community to prevent relationship violence.
Learn where people can turn to for immediate help, information, and services.
Last night I heard the screaming, loud voices behind the police. Always come late if they come at all. And when they arrive, they say they can't interfere with domestic affairs between a man and his wife. And as they walk out the door, the tears well up in her eyes. Last night I heard the screaming, then a silence that chilled my soul.
Through the eyes of a child. Did I do something wrong to make you lose control? Anger so strong, or do you even know that when you come home, I want to run and hide? The pain is so deep that I keep it inside. I am not the same because of you, always afraid of what you'll do. If only you could see yourself through my eyes, you'd know why I'm dying inside. Sometimes I need a firm but gentle hand, someone who cares and understands that I am still learning. But I just can't take watching the abuse. There's absolutely no excuse. I am not the same because of you, always afraid of what you'll do. If only you could see yourself through my eyes, you'd know why I'm dying inside. This is no way to live. If you try to change, I'll try to forgive.
Relationship violence is a series of abusive actions that one partner uses to dominate and control the other.
Domestic violence happens in every neighborhood, every social class, to people of every race, religion, and ethnic group.
Families under stress produce children under stress. If a partner is being abused and there are children in the home, the children are deeply affected by the abuse.
The Spotlight on Girls Trenton TV crew talked about movies they've seen that mirror real-life experiences, about how relationship violence affects children.
In the movie Enough with Jennifer Lopez, one scene, they were running from her husband in a hotel, trying to catch the bus before he caught up with them.
Probably feel like confused, and then they feel angry at the father, and sometimes they feel angry at the mother because it's like, why is she just letting this happen? And then it's like, what can they do? There's really nothing that they can do, so they feel defenseless. It's just a lot of feelings.
She was fighting off the husband after he broke in their new house, and the daughter witnessed it and tried to stop it by jumping on his back, and he threw her off his back.
So you know how children know when something's wrong, and she probably was frightened, like she didn't know what to do. That's her mom, and kids tend to be closer to their mother. And when you see your mom in danger, like they don't know what to do, or they know they can't really do nothing, but they always try to help. And that's probably what she did.
In that scene, the little girl, I think she was shocked more than anything. Like she never seen her father act in that manner, I guess. So I think she was shocked more than anything. Like, wow, like, did Dad just now hit me? Are you serious? And like, I think she kind of had a feeling of what was already going on because of the previous events that already happened in the movie anyway. So she kind of just felt at that moment, protect my mother and get Daddy away from her.
That was just like a reaction to like, you know, like it was just like, I don't think she intentionally meant to go help her mom. It was just like, oh my God, my mom's being choked and, you know, get off my mom. And then he hit her. It was like, oh my God, like he just hit me. She was just shocked. Like,
Jennifer Lopez was trying to get away from her husband, and the daughter was in the back seat, like kind of screaming and stuff, and like mommy, what's going on? Like questioning her mother, and like her mother's just yelling at her, not really giving her any like really explanation of what's going on. So she had to be confused. And
the scene with Whitlow has to do with it. It was a scene where she was escaping from her husband, and they stopped she got on a bus and she turned around where she was going. I think the mom told the husband where the wife was going, and he met her at the bus station, and they was all going to the bathroom, and next thing you know, she comes out the bathroom and all her kids are going in the car, and she's like, oh no, don't get in the car, like, and they're all looking scared, but then the husband started hitting her like, get in the car. So it's like the kids probably felt really like scared.
It's like, who do I listen to? Like, do I listen to my mother or my father? Like, because they're both your parents, you know? So it's like definitely confusion, because it's like your mother's side or your father's side, and like you don't really want to take sides because they're both your parents, but it's like you have to take one side kind of, because if you don't, you're just going to be right.
I think the kids must have witnessed much more intense violence in that movie, in What's Love Got to Do with It, than they did in Enough.
The kids just got used to it. Like after a while, I don't think it really bothered them anymore, because they wouldn't like, they would see her getting beat, but they wouldn't have no type of expression to it. Like they was just immune to it. It didn't really bother them after a while.
He just was like, if you're not going to do this, you're not going to do that, you're going to listen to me, because he felt like since he was the father, he had the dominant role and he wanted to take control of his family. And that.
One thing I wanted to ask you about, not the main woman in Medea's family reunion, but the sister, because when you said you have a choice in how you behave, what did abuse translate into for her with her kids? The sister.
She became very overprotective of her kids, which in a way is good, because she felt like, you know, she don't want nobody to hurt her kids like somebody hurt her. But at the same thing, it was like, you know, she was just over the top where she couldn't trust someone else because she was abused.
That's the critical piece. She couldn't trust. All trust went out.
And then she had like a good man that wanted to take care of her, but like she couldn't trust nobody because she felt like everybody who comes into her life wants something from her, or they wanted to take advantage of her.
When she was younger, she got raped. So how her mother dressed her up and let her stepfather rape her, and her mother was also abused. Well, mentally abused, I believe, because her mother sold her. So she felt worthless anyway. So maybe it's a generation, like we said, it's a generation through generation through generation that of that abuse and that mentality that it's okay to let a guy treat a woman any way they want, maybe.